In today's OpenStack Fundamentals video tutorial series, we'll be exploring Cinder block storage. And in this video, I'll be showing you live demo of Cinder, like how you can see type of Cinder storage are attached to your OpenStack platform. And then we'll be adding one new Cinder backend storage that via NFS from our storage node to the OpenStack platform, and then we will be seeing how you can create a volume, that persistence disk you can say like that, or block storage, and attach that to a instance. So before starting with our tutorial series, let me welcome you to my YouTube channel TreachTech Institute. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Also don't forget to press the bell icon and select all the notifications, else you may miss my upcoming new videos. So please subscribe and please get for all select all the notifications so that you can watch these videos. So let's start with the live demo. So to start with the Cinder lab, first thing we need to log into our controller node and source the keystone file. So keystone rc. So I'll be selecting the v3 file because I am already having the v3. Sorry, and then I'll do like OpenStack volume service list. So once you run this command OpenStack volume service list, it will show you type of Cinder volume. So you can see there is one Cinder volume that is type of LVM is already configured with our OpenStack platform. So if you remember, when we did a installation of OpenStack using Packstack, we created one local LVMs or sorry volume group. So if you see here, we created that. So Cinder volume. In that, then in the Packstack answer file, we selected not to create any Cinder volume. So it took this VG as a backend Cinder volume. So now what we will do, we will use our storage node, and from there we will create an NFS here, and that NFS here we will be using as a Cinder backend volume in our OpenStack platform. So let's start with that. So let's first check the capabilities of our existing Cinder volume. So let's take this and paste it. So let's see what it gives us. So you can see here type of capabilities we have with existing Cinder volume. So you can have a compression, QoS, replication, and thin provisioning. So this kind of properties are already set. Now we'll be starting with the NFS. So let's go back to our storage node and configure the IP tables first to allow the NFS connectivity. So we will do until we will come here in input section, and we will add it before rejection. We will add a new rule that's for 2049. So that is the NFS port. So we'll be adding this, and then we'll be doing systemctl restart IP table. So it will allow the NFS connections. So let's see that -l. So you will see it is accepting now NFS connectivity. So once you're done with that, then you do yum install NFS utils and RPC bind. Let's put -y. So if you see, this is already installed. So if it is not installed for your case, so you can proceed and install. Now we will create a NFS share. So mkdir -p export fs Cinder. We will change the permission. So once you're done with this, you create the folder and change the permission. Now you do etc export. There will be adding an entry to share the created folder. To export FS Cinder, so we are sharing with 192.168.0.0/16 subnet with the permission like read write, async, insecure, no. So this kind of options will be adding, and then we'll be saving these files. Now what we will do, we will do systemctl enable rpc bind systemctl restart rpc bind, and then we will do systemctl nfs server total nfl, and then we will do restart systemctl restart nfs server. Now we will do export fs, so it will show that the export Cinder is being shared with particular this network range. So now we are done with our storage node from where we created an NFS share and we shared it with our OpenStack platform network. Now we will be going back to a controller node and do the rest of the configurations. So in controller node, first thing we will do, we will add the capability to enable NFS backend. So if it was initially only LVM, if you see here it was only LVM, so now we are adding a new backend, that is NFS. Now we will be adding few more settings. So that's like one settings we are adding, like NFS used ratio is like 0.95. So like up to 95% it will be used, and we are not going over 1.0, so 100% ratio. And we are adding a driver, NFS driver, and we are adding one NFS share configuration file, that is etc cinder NFS shares config, and then we are putting a volume backend name as NFS. So once we done with this, then we will populate this configuration file. So in this file we will put the options like what is the NFS server and what is the shared folder. So that information we will just put it here. Once we are done with this information, so cat this file content. So once we are done with editing this file, we will restart Cinder related services. So we will restart. So what all services will be restarting? We will restart OpenStack Cinder API, OpenStack Cinder Scheduler, and OpenStack Cinder Volume. So these three services will be restarting, and please keep in mind all these services will be restarting and all these configurations will be modifying only in the controller node, not on storage or compute node. So keep that in mind. All these changes you have to make it on controller node. Only changes you will make in your storage node, that is the NFS share creation. So this restart takes some time. Once this restart is done, you should be able to check the OpenStack services status, so that where it says like your Cinder is running. So as you can see, the services are restarted. So now we will do like OpenStack service status, and we will grep for Cinder. So we should be able to see all the three services are actively running on controller node. So once we are done with this, we will be now moving to the next section where we will be verifying the OpenStack backend services. OpenStack volume service list. So once you do that, you should be able to see now NFS. So previously remember only LVM it was there, now you have only NFS. Similarly you can do the capabilities part also. So let's run that, get capabilities, and put it like NFS. So you should be able to see what are all capabilities it gives you. So compression, QoS, replication, and thin provisioning. So all these capabilities also you have with NFS. So similarly, same thing you can verify from your Horizon dashboard also. So you log in as your admin user. So let's log in, and then we'll go to the volume section. So here we'll go to the volume section. So you will see the type of volumes we have: iSCSI, so you can see one thing, we are still seeing only iSCSI type of volume. So this is nothing but that whatever LVM we had existing with that only. So still now we are not able to see the NFS type of volume. So we will go back again to our controller node and we will do OpenStack volume type list. So once you do that, you will be seeing same iSCSI here. So now what we will do, we will create a new type of volume, that's NFS. So for that, command is OpenStack volume type create NFS. So once you do that, it should create a new type of storage or volume. So it takes some time, you wait for that to complete. So you can see it's created. Now you again do volume type list. So you will be seeing now along with iSCSI you have NFS also been listed. Now in this, one more thing you do, hyphen long listing of the output. So if you do the long listing, you will see surprisingly one thing, that iSCSI for that backend is LVM, whereas for NFS there is no property or backend volume is specified. So just creating a volume type is not enough, you need to specify like what type of backend volume you want to use with that volume type. So for that you run the command OpenStack volume type set NFS. You are setting the property, what property in a volume backend name equals to NFS. So now if you do this, it will set NFS as a backend type for our newly created NFS. So similarly, if you go back here and if you do a refresh of your volumes, you should be able to see now NFS also along with iSCSI. So you can see now NFS is also being listed. So like this, you can create a NFS backend for your Cinder storage and attach that. So now once you are done with this, what we can do, we can create a new volume and attach to a running instance. So for doing that, what we will do, we will be logging out from admin user and we will be logging as a normal user. So once you log in as a normal user, in your compute section you go to volumes. So you will be seeing your existing volumes. So as of now I don't have any created volume, so I will see that is as a blank. So what we do, I will create a volume. So click on create volume. So you give like data underscore disk 01 my data disk. So volume source I will be giving no source, empty volume, and then I will be using type. So you can see here type I am seeing iSCSI and NFS. So I will be selecting NFS. So in that how much size I want to give, let me give it as a 2 GB, and then let me create it in which zone. So I have to create it in availability zone. So I have two availability zone. So here I have Nova, so let me select Nova, and once you're done with that, then you do create volume. So it will create a volume or block storage. So you can see creating volume, this is created, and you can see type is like NFS, status is available, it is not attached to anyone, and it is available in Nova availability zone. So now what we can do, you can just do like drop down menu, and then you go to the manage attachment. So you click on manage attachment. So here you can select your any instance. So I have two instance, one is RHL7 South, RHL7 SSD. So this SSD is running in my Nova availability zone. So I'll be selecting that, and then I'll do attach volume. So it will attach the disk to the VM RHL7 SSD, and the disk will be dev VDC. So that information also you'll be able to see here. So if you go to instances and if you check there, also you'll be able to see this volume being attached there. So you click on this, so you will be seeing here volume attached. So data disk 01. So like this you can create a volume and you can attach it to an instance. So one more thing you can do here, in a running instance in OpenStack you can remove the volume. So you go here and you do detach volume. So similarly from here itself also you can attach. So you do attach volume, you so do here detach. So once you do detach, which volume you want to do, so I have data disk, so I'll be just detaching that. So it will be detaching that particular volume from my VM, but it will not delete. So if I go back again to my volume, so I'll be able to see that I have this disk, whatever volume I created, that is there, but it's not attached to anyone. So now if you want to delete, it's very simple. You just do select and you do delete volume. So once you do like that, it will delete that volume. So like this you can create a NFS type of backend for your Cinder, and then you can create volumes and attach those volumes to your instances. Hope you have liked this session. Please let us know about your thoughts in the comment section, and if you have any suggestion, please let us know that also, so that we can consider those suggestions and make our upcoming videos accordingly. So bye, have a good day. We'll see you in our next video.